Peacock's reimagining of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, entitled simply Bel-Air, premieres next weekend on Sunday, February 13th. And since it's Black History Month, it got us thinking about the best Black-led sitcoms and TV comedies of the past and present, all of which can be found within Xfinity's Black Experience. With the classic Fresh Prince and brand new Bel-Air in mind, Kayla, which past and present TV comedies did you want to showcase today?
This was hard. This was really hard because there's so many that I love. But I'd have to go with Sister Sister for my classic, because I always just saw myself in them. I just loved the show. I've always been a huge fan of Tia and Tamara. And I thought of myself as a triplet. And they're my big sisters.
Sister.
Yes. But yeah, I love them in this show. I've seen every episode. I know all the taglines, like "Go home, Roger," and all that stuff. It's just great. I know the theme song. I wish I could just download the theme song and just play that on my Spotify.
And how does it go?
It is on Spotify.
How does that theme song go?
Now, which one? Which one? There's two.
If you mention a theme song, I'm going to prompt you to sing it. I don't have a lot of rules, but that's one of them.
Was there two? I only know the one.
There were two. They kind of remixed it. Like in the later seasons, they remixed it. Yeah. And
when they got older.
Like when they got older and they're more grown, and it was like, sister. You know, it was just so good.
We got there.
Such a good show.
We got there.
And of course, my current pick has to be Family Reunion, because I just follow them wherever they go. And Tia Mowry is in Family Reunion. And so, of course, when I found out she was in a new sitcom, I was like, I'm going to watch it. And so Loretta Devine is in this one. It's so cute. It's on Netflix, about this family who goes to live in Southern Georgia with their parents, the grandparents, who are kind of straight-laced and all that good stuff. So it's a good one. And she's a parent. So, like, I feel like I just watched them grow up, even though I'm younger than them. But, they're my sisters too. So.
Kayla, didn't you recently interview Tia or Tamara for a Hangout episode?
I did. I got to talk to Tamara, and it was like the best ever. She said I was sweet. And I was like, you are too.
That's the best. Yeah. Just say hang out with Kayla to go watch that.
Yes.
Well, for my picks, I was really, really excited about this because I love a throwback. For my classic series, I had to go with the cornerstone of ABC's TGIF lineup, Family Matters. Fun fact, Family Matters was actually a spin-off of the sitcom Perfect Strangers, in which actress Jo Marie Payton's character Harriet Winslow was the elevator operator at Larry and Balky's office. Harriet's husband, Chicago police officer Carl Winslow, even made an appearance. The character was such a hit that she was given her own show, and an entire family, and Family Matters, was born. Of course, it wasn't a member of the Winslow family proper that ended up making the show famous. It was a nerdy, cheese-loving, accident-prone next-door neighbor named Stephen Q. Urkel that made the series a pop culture phenomenon. Family Matters ran for... He loved cheese. Family Matters ran for 9 seasons and 215 episodes, and while I love it for all the lighthearted, goofy moments, for some reason it was the very special episodes that really stick with me, like when Laura's friend got shot by a girl gang stealing sneakers, or when Urkel got drunk and fell off of a roof, which is a thing that happened. Or when the Dragons gang trashed Rachel's cafe and beat up Eddie, which was devastating when he walks in and his face is all like bloodied and bruised. The entire season or series is worth revisiting, and it's available now on HBO Max. As for my current comedy pick...
Before you move on, are you trying to say that the episode where Stefan Urkel showed up wasn't one of the more serious episodes of Family Matters? Was that like a cousin, like a suave Urkel?
I would argue that by the time Stefan showed up, the show had jumped the shark a little bit. Or when Myrtle Urkel showed up, which was just Jaleel White in drag, basically. Although I loved Aunt Una from Altoona, which was Donna Summer, played Urkel's Aunt Una from Altoona.
Was there an Urkel robot at some point? Am I remembering this correctly?
No, he made a robot too.
Right?
Okay.
Yes. It looked just like Urkel. It looked like the robots from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. It was like that same vibe where it was just Urkel, but like metallic.
Stations Creations?
Yes.
That's a deep cut. That is a deep cut.
It really was.
I didn't think we'd reference Station from Bill and Ted today, but here we are.
Here we are. For my current comedy pick, I went with the BET series 20s. Created by Lena Waithe, the series is a semi-autobiographical story about a queer Black girl named Hattie and her two straight best friends as they navigate love, life, and their careers in Los Angeles. I absolutely loved this show when it premiered in March 2020, and then we had to wait a whole 19 months before getting a season 2. I 100% thought it was not coming back, but it did, and the show still boasts an 88% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. For me, the standout of the series is newcomer Jonica Gibbs, who plays Hattie, a suddenly homeless, struggling screenwriter who wants to make it in LA, but absolutely doesn't want to do the work to make it happen. She's not necessarily lazy. She just like wants to go straight to writing movies and TV and like doesn't want to get coffee or do any of the legwork, the grunt work to get there. And like, honestly, who can blame her
these Gen Zers, I tell you.
Right. But it's very funny. It has surprising moments of heart and builds characters that you really end up rooting for and relating to. And if you've enjoyed any of Lena Waithe's work in Master of None or The Chi, you should definitely give 20s a try now on BET. Both seasons are available to binge. Gordon, hit us with your throwback and your new series.
I think I can tie mine to both of your throwbacks because it's a spinoff and it had a rockin' theme song talking about A Different World, which aired from 1987 to 1993. It was a spinoff of The Cosby Show. Originally, it followed Denise Cosby as she attended the fictional Hillman College. It's kind of an interesting story about this show. It started off season 1 with Lisa Bonet and Marissa Tomei playing roommates at the college. And then it had like a complete retooling in season 2 where it started to focus on Jasmine Guy, who was my girlfriend, her character Whitley, and Kadeem Hardison, his character Dwayne Wayne. And I am not exaggerating when I say every kid in my school wanted Dwayne Wayne. I keep saying Dwayne Wade, like the basketball player, the glasses that flipped up. We all wanted.
Yes.
Boy, I just remember like loving that show, loving those glasses, and it was a comedy, but it would tackle big issues. It had so many big names, like Jada Pinkett Smith was a part of it in later years. Sinbad was part of the cast as regulars, but then you had cameos by like Patti LaBelle, Tisha Campbell, Holly Berry, En Vogue. You're never gonna get it. Whoopi Goldberg, Tupac Shakur, and this I'm gonna date myself. Chris
Another
Cross.
rapper. See, the rappers
had
it.
Singers can't act, but rappers can act. Yeah, that's a good point. Chris Cross, so the Daddy Mac and the Mac Dad were part of it. Another fun fact was I learned it was the highest rated television pilot of all time to this day. And the way ratings work, that's never going to be broken, with all segmentation. So of all time, like from now to the end of time, it's Dwayne Wayne and his glasses are the highest rated TV pilot of all time, and rightfully so. And my current show.
Wait, you're not going to be able to move on without singing the Different World theme song after making Kayla sing a theme song.
It was I know my parents love me, stand behind me come what may. I know something, because I finally heard them say it's a different world from where you're coming from.
Nice.
That was kind of a
where you come
I put behind it. Like I was made it like what's going on? It's been a while.
It was the whitest version of the Different World theme song right? You could have possibly done.
This isn't live, right? We can go back and edit that out.
Yeah.
Oh, it is live. Hey, Twitter. Anywho, my next show, my current show. First of all, shout out to Abbott Elementary, which is excellent. But I picked Blackish. Blackish. I'm sure it needs no introduction, but it's a show about the Johnsons, an upper class family living in America today. Anthony Anderson is the lead, and it blows my mind because the first time I was introduced to him was in the TV show The Shield. It used to air on FX, and he played a hardened criminal that you do not want to mess with. And now he plays lovable dad, getting in all kind of hijinks. Tracy Ellis Ross is in this; she's fantastic. Throwback to my movie pick, Lawrence Fishburne is in it as well. All the kids in it are hilarious. I want to shout out Jennifer Lewis, who plays Anthony Anderson's mother Ruby. She is, every time she's on screen, I love it, and I'm laughing. And the reason I picked this, like, first of all, it's a fantastic comedy, and it deals with a lot of really interesting and important issues. But the reason I picked it was the season 4 premiere was called Juneteenth, and it talked about the holiday where the day that slavery was ended officially in the United States. Troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, and it's a holiday that I learned about, not from my high school, not from 4 years of college. I learned about it from a sitcom in my early 40s, which is sad, but like awesome for them to be able to get that out to people. But really kind of sad that it took this for me to learn about this important day. So again, a funny show with often like they go serious too and have really good messages. So check out Blackish and Abbott Elementary as well. And there's no theme song, so I don't have to sing anything. I don't think there's a theme song.
Right, it's just like a ding. Yeah, it's just like a
ding. Yeah,
the ding is the theme song.
Like the Netflix wah.
Right.
Well, you can check out all the shows we just talked about and so much more. Just say Black Experience into your voice remote.